I'll just start recording though. By myself. Alone in the room. It's so empty. Scoot's already left.
Hey, I'm back.
Ah! When did you return?
I got milk.
Oh,
What is this mess?
It's all just tissue. I was crying. You were
They're
gone.
everywhere.
Yeah, I went through like 5 boxes.
I can tell. There's more boxes sitting underneath you. There's like 12.
Yes, I'm going through those. I started actually making little like figurines of origami.
I was gone for like 5 minutes.
You were gone for like 5 episodes.
What do you mean? We're on week 2, aren't we?
We're on week 7.
Oh. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a drink real fast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Double Dip Draft Week 7. I am your host, Cabral, coach of the Hashling Aegis Slashers. Joining me today for the last week of playoffs is...
the coach of the Loafville Lanterns, your boy White Loaf. I'm back. Never... The fuck you say to me, huh? Fuck you say to me, huh?
Nothing.
You got something you want to say?
I like your team a lot, actually. I think the name's a lot of fun. I cannot.
It is fun.
Yeah, I like your team.
I came up with it myself.
I'm proud of it. I came up with mine by myself.
Yeah, I actually don't know if that's true. I think someone else did it. It might have been Cody. I don't remember.
I don't remember. Either way, welcome to Week 7. What a crazy season. Now, I know that there's a couple of gaps here and there that you probably don't know that well, but, you know, we do have the final standings, which we're going to go over at the end of this, and we know who's going to playoffs. And it's fun, happy, crazy times, honestly. And I think there's no better way to get into this than starting off with our first match of for Week 7, which is GTP Woody of the Schaumburg Salamances versus Black Captain of the Martian Mantines. Thank you. I almost forgot.
Oh, yeah. Also, I want to preface, I meant more Cody might have come up with my name. I don't remember, but...
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
know you came up with yours.
Yeah. I mean, I'm original, so, you know.
Yeah.
SOCKS, it is what it is.
I have a pea brain, so... which makes me the perfect player for Pokemon.
There we go. So,
yeah.
Looking at the team draft up, we see Woody bringing that classic triple steal and Doug Trio, who I think have been to every single fight except Doug Trio has not been to one. But otherwise, the triple steal has been to every single match.
I respect the steel type gym leader mentality.
What is just the steel gym leader? Is there a steel gym leader in Pokemon?
I mean, there's been a few. There was one in Generation 4. I think he was the 6th gym. Generation 2, when it was first introduced.
Oh, that's right. Yep. What's her face?
Yeah.
With the Steelix and Mal.
I want to say Roxanne, but I don't think that's right. I think that's Gen 3.
That is Gen 3, I'm pretty sure. Either way, we got Doug Trio here as well, which is super fast, super speedy, hits hard. Boltund is here. Slowbro, also a fantastic ring, just a really good Pokemon.
Well, no, there's been generations where Slowbro is bad, but, like, it's mostly just because, like, this one's more centered on special attackers, not so much physical attackers.
Yeah, speaking of physical attackers, we see Melmetal across the waters over there, just kind of glaring down that team, because Melmetal is kind of scary against this team.
Yeah, it is. It is the blood god, as they say it.
See,
That being said, it can't really throw around its favorite move of Double Iron Bash too much. I mean, yeah, it can hit Duck Trio, and it will kill Boltund because Boltund is frail.
Yeah, I'll probably break its leg.
It might, and then other Pokemon don't necessarily love it. You know, Corviknight and maybe Copperajah can kind of eat it a little bit.
Yeah, but Lucario's here to basically kill it, though, if needed. Yeah,
Lucario does not like it. Slowbro loves it.
Oh yeah, Slowbro and Melmetal get along great. Unless he uses Thunder Punch, which he does get. So, we also have Torkoal, and we see Executor, so likely Sun, which is not a bad call, considering we have, 5 of the Pokemon that could probably die to a fire hit of some sort.
Yeah.
Executor here to take advantage of that, likely with Solar Beam and Weather Ball, I imagine.
Yeah. That should be quite good against the Slowbro as well.
Yeah. Coffee I think, is... I don't know if it's, like, slept on. Like, I feel like I've seen people give it kind of a negative attitude towards it. Coffee is insane.
Yeah, Coffee is nuts. I don't know...
I might have been hearing wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, honestly.
I've never heard anyone like badmouth Coffee. Like, it might not be the strongest Pokemon, but it is definitely. You know what?
They might have badmouthed it because it's dumb. That might have been it. And
that makes more sense.
Yeah, that might have been.
Now, if they hate the Pokemon, okay.
Yeah, Bronzong here as well to probably set up what I imagine is Trick Room, which, by the way, 3 of Black Captain's Pokemon, not only has he brought Weather and running 3 Weathers, he has 3 Pokemon that set up Trick Room. Actually, no, 4. Executor sets up Trick Room.
Yeah, Executor,
Coffee Bronzong, and Beyonce.
Bronzong, and Beyonce, yeah.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Beyonce. There we go. Actually,
that being said, Woody's team can also take advantage of Trick Room a little bit as well with Caparaja and Slowbro, even Corviknight to an extent.
Yeah.
So that is something to be aware of.
Yeah, that's true. However, literally every Pokemon that isn't Executor is so slow on Black Captain's team.
Yeah.
So,
I think Black Captain's is better suited, but I do think Caparaja is slow as hell.
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and get this underway then and get this first match going. Take a look here. We got a Bronzong starting. We got a Dugtrio coming out. Bronzong likely running Levitates because it does get that.
Yeah, there's no reason to run Heat Proof against this team.
Yeah.
Bolton does get Fire Fang, but it's not going to kill no matter what.
Yeah. Basically, it might have been a 2-shot at that point, but with Trick Room going up, it's not going to outspeed.
I don't think it's a 2-shot. I think it's a 2-shot if it crits both times.
Oh, it might be. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I just watch things go pew pew because that's the sound
fair.
Pokemon make, right? Eruption coming out.
That is the sound they make. They typically say their own names too, though.
Yeah, you know the Pokemon Pew Pew?
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Pepe Le Pew. So just killing this thing. What he's setting up with it. Probably should have clicked an attacking move, but that's okay. Probably also should have switched out, but that's okay. Got the big B word coming out, clicking that good old Heat Crash, killing off Bronzong.
Yeah, that's a very strong move for Caparaja alone. And in the sun, and ooh.
Yeah, switches to Lucario on Coffee. Then switches to Dugtrio on Coffee.
At that point, I think it would have been better to go for a bit of chip on Coffee just because it's bulky and you don't really have anything that can really take advantage of it. And now this is happening.
Yeah, there we go. Body Press. Gets rid of 2 things. Body Press, of course, being based off of defense, and you Iron Defensing is insane. Running Hurricane
already has crazy defense. Also, hitting the Hurricane and confusing.
Not only that, I'm very certain Hurricane's the only attacking move that thing has, and it's sunny outside, and it hit and almost killed it.
So I'm still baffled by this. 1, that he would stay in and click Hurricane. 2, that he did that. It hit in the sun, and it lived.
Yeah. I think it was a roll. I think it was a 13 or 18% chance to OHKO if I saw the calc right, but it's
I have no clue. All I know is you're a fucking goat for trying that. I'm sad it didn't work.
Yeah.
But you went for it. You laid down your chips. You had the gumption, the gall to do that. And you hit it, but Pokemon was still like, no.
And with that fairly quick match, actually, that determines the final standings for the bottom 2 players in the draft. Well, actually, not quite, because we have to see how Dom does for Black Captain's final placement. But Woody, with that loss, will be at the bottom at 1 in 6 at minus 30, I think now. We'll have to double check that at the end.
You hate to see it, but hey, you got your 1 win.
Yeah, no one, and we'll see that actually. We've already seen that. No one has gone without a win in this entire season.
What Dom? Technically.
Dom won.
He did?
Yeah, he had a win. His first match against 11. He won.
Oh, let's go, Dom.
Yeah. Speaking of Dom, we're going to move on to a different team. So, Claire versus IDM. Go ahead. Who are these coaches of?
These aren't Doms.
No, these are not Doms.
I feel lied to. IDM for the captain of the Brussels Espion, and Claire 117, not the Master Chief, but very close, coach of the Maryland Manectrics.
Yeah, both these teams being very good. IDM, of course, being a literal calculator, which I've said quite a few times in the past other couple of recaps as it is, but that's okay. I'm just going to reiterate a point. He's a calculator. He knows this game in and out.
It's true. And Claire is not really around too much, at least, like, she wasn't before, but, like, ever since she came back, she's just proven to be one of the most competent players in the league.
She's done really good overall, and she's got a good read and understanding of the game. There's a lot of times when, Claire's just a good player.
Sure.
Yeah.
She might not be one of the best, quote unquote, but like she's definitely proven herself to be a serious threat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And speaking of serious threats, by the way, we do see both terrains that IDM, by the way, has on his team. He has both electric terrain and psychic terrain, only bringing electric terrain, and Claire filling out the other half, bringing psychic terrain. So IDM doesn't have to bring both.
Yeah. IDM definitely looking to take advantage of electric terrain with Alolan and Raichu, and Claire looking to mess all that up with Indeedee.
Yeah, problem is Raichu also takes advantage of psychic terrain, and IDM likely put on expanding force to take advantage of that potential.
Yeah, but thankfully Surge Surfer doesn't activate, which, hey, Game Freak, if you're listening out there, yeah, you want to buff that? You want to just make it aware Surge Surfer works with every terrain? You want to just make my pancake loving boy busted beyond belief? Because I'd be fine with that.
I mean, who wouldn't be? Then we're just gonna have to ban it at that rate, though.
No,
but we do see someone
else.
What
do you mean? It dies in one hit.
It does die in one hit. That thing is frail. What's also frail is Archazol coming in to take advantage of that hail, because we do see Abomasnow there, and that thing is fast. Probably not faster than Raichu in electric terrain, but in the right conditions, very certain IDM is outsped by that thing entirely. Being ice and electric, it deals with actually everything.
Actually, there is nothing on this team that can deal with it, because it does also get access to ground type moves as well. I believe it does get Earthquake.
Oh, it might. That or Stomping Tantrum.
Yeah, one of those two. And Klefki is not the strongest, and it will die, and it can't paralyze it. It cannot use Thunder Wave because it is electric type.
Oh, that's true. Zarude here also to... Honestly, we saw it last week coming in. I don't know if you saw that fight, but it came in and just swept through Aurora's team.
I did not see it.
You did not see that? I know the
horrors. I don't think I did, but I know the horrors of Zarude.
Yeah, Zarude basically... So what IDM did was he clicked Bulk Up. Arcanine came out, intimidated. IDM had Adrenaline Orb.
Oh, what a god!
And clicked Bulk Up again and just swept until it got killed.
God!
It did die after Aurora whittled it down a little bit. I think Loaf Turn ended up killing it. She's been calling her Lantern.
Let's go, Aurora.
But yeah, and we see both. Honestly, we just see good Pokemon across the board on both teams. Goodra's insane. Buzzwole's insane. We do see Porygon 2, which has been to every single match because it is insane. And if someone drafts Porygon, there's no reason for it to never come to a game.
Yeah.
It's a good all-rounder. In defensive bulk, for sure. But
it's a good wall. I don't know about a good all-rounder, but it's a great wall.
I mean, it has good... I didn't mean all-round. I meant, like, it has good move selection and can fill little holes if you need to hit something while you're sitting in on it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. I got you.
It's not all-rounder. I guess you're right with that. Shall we get started, though?
Yeah, let's get started.
Pheromosa, of course, here at the U-turn.
Yeah, we can talk about this one. This one's also going to outspeed Alolan Raichu in a lot of situations, unless electric terrain is up.
Yep. Setting up that rain dance to take a flamethrower, very godlike from IDM right there.
Yeah, such a smart play.
Yeah. Running, I believe it's hydration on this, but we'll find out here pretty soon, I think.
I believe it is, because, Porygon 2 gets it. And I think that's actually why, because, quick spoiler alert, IDM will layer on Click Toxic, but they specifically avoid it for the time being because, it just copied hydration.
Yeah, it did. Which is actually pretty crazy. Tries the Thunderbolt, kind of just sitting in on this thing. Yeah. Coco comes out, sets up terrain. Say Obama Snow, getting that read right there, which is really nice because you can get, if you're lucky, you can get Archazil out. Nice Earth power there.
Yeah. Really such a shame. Just a testament to how weak Obama Snow is that it did not kill.
Yeah, especially here too.
Yeah, there too as well. Like, well, I don't know. This one's kind of powerful. It could be Assault Vest, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Also, great read.
Yeah.
Amazing Stone Edge.
Zaru comes out, and
also amazing that it hit.
Yeah. Hey, Blizzard, let's go. Hey, Blizzard, let's go. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason not to click Blizzard at this point.
Yeah, I am kind of surprised by special attacking Arctozolt, but at the same time, like, you know, Blizzard's way better than any of the other physical Ice type moves it gets, so I understand it.
Good expanded force, and just click it again. Good call. Taking on both Zarud and Gudra. Great.
God, it's still just crazy to me how powerful like that is, because like Gudra is like probably one of the best like special walls out there, even without like Assault Vest, and it's just like it just melted that health bar.
Mm-hmm. And the expanded force
it's still just and even without like the terrain, it was still killing like enemies as well.
Yeah. Crazy. Last time we see Obama Snow, but honestly, that's really all that we need at this point, with IDM just sitting at a few Pokemon left, and Claire doing a good job kind of keeping it back. You protecting to take advantage of the hail to kill off Coco. Great call there, which prevents electric terrain from ever coming back up. Sacks this, but that's okay because at this rate, we have Arctozolt coming out to take advantage of the hail that's left, outspeeding everything and probably just killing.
Yeah, no, Claire played this amazing, honestly. Like, she played out of her mind this game, and IDM did great as well. Obviously, you know, IDM does great every game, but like, you know, to get a W against IDM is no small feat, even if it's like not playoffs. Like, the amount of effort it takes on that uphill battle, and like the amount of stress is what I think most people deal with, because it's like you hear like, oh, I'm going against IDM, you hear everyone be like, sorry for your loss, bro, we'll hold a funeral service, don't worry, we got you.
They're fighting IDM. You know, people around the room going,
and then all of a sudden you start hyperventilating, like having like PTSD war flashbacks.
Oh goodness, yeah. But honestly, Claire played amazing. Great game by both players. Really entertaining. Probably one of the bigger matches this week, I think, for sure, with the final week. But this does determine, I think, layout for positions in playoffs. But we'll get to there when we talk about the ranking. But for our next fight, we have Dalvazar of the Cincinnati Cyndaquils versus Aurora of the Hunsbrook Haunters. Dom here, or Dalvazar, bringing a team that was actually the exact same team as his first match. Dom sitting at 1-5 at this point. Didn't want to put in a ton of work to a game where, you know, he's not affecting anyone's differential other than his own. So understandable, honestly, but you know, it's something where we'll take a look at the match and see how it goes. We'll talk about that. But Aurora bringing a pretty good set of Pokemon. Blastoise and Celebi have come every single week, I'm very sure at this point. Maybe not Celebi, actually. Blastoise, I think, though.
Yeah, Blastoise, definitely. I don't know about Celebi.
Dedenne coming. Interesting choice. Probably to deal with Guzzlord, potentially?
Guzzlord is a possibility. Could also be Aerodactyl as well. Maybe, like, predict, like, a Aerodactyl switch in, like, Nuzzle or something. But at that point, like, this thing has to be out. So I don't know. Could be Scarfed to deal, like, kind of dish out status, but who's to say?
Arcanine coming in, doing that, probably just intimidate shenanigans, and it's just a powerful, good Pokemon. Galarian Moltres, fantastic. Nihilego, just a good Pokemon too. Probably bringing in rocks for fire and also
Don't
poison
you mean
for
Ultra
grass.
Beast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this match and get things started. Starting off Celebi, and Dom starting off Ninetales, get up Sun, not a bad idea. Clicking Weather Ball.
Honestly, a great start, and then like the fact that Aurora stayed in too. Like, I mean, I know she probably calced it and wanted the rocks, but still, like, that's such a gamble.
Yeah, you know, I don't know I don't remember the set exactly, but I'm wondering if that Ninetales had Stomping Tantrum or Scorching Sands. It might have. Also, surviving this wild charge, clicking Earthquake, killing off Arcanine. Great start.
I am surprised by the physical Volcanion, but I mean, hey, it works. So I mean, who am I to talk? Missing the Meteor Beam is the most tragic thing I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Defogging there, which honestly probably could have hit this and killed it, but with an Earthquake as well.
Yeah. I do also love this set with Nihilego. Like, this is probably like my favorite set to run, like in early Sword and Shield.
Good Weather Ball.
Good prediction, honestly.
Yeah, good prediction right there. Switching now. Yeah. Good call right there. Getting that Intimidate off. Well, I mean, not the best call against this, but that's okay. Meteor Beam comes out. Clicking Toxic on a Poison Pokemon.
Yep. Probably forgot. I mean, Dom's not the most experienced Pokemon player.
No, this is his first season. Literally middle of the season, actually. Yeah,
and looking at Nihilego, like, you would not be able to tell that this thing is a poison type.
I literally have to look at it every time I see it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a poison type.
Yeah.
It's also a rock type. I keep thinking it's like water or ghost or something.
Nah, it's rock and poison.
Yep.
I think it might be the only rock and poison. Also, the good focus sash on, and then leading into the Earthquake. Great call.
Bringing out Venusaur, not a bad call. Sun is still up. No Heat Rock, by the way, on that Ninetales, if I recall correctly. Good Weather Ball, and at this point, no reason to not click it again. I'm just kidding. You're dead.
Yeah. I was going to say, with
no, we did have a Heat Rock. Yeah. My bad.
It did?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then turn 3-0. Good wild
also,
charge.
I think with the way that this was played earlier, I think it is confirmed that this thing is scarfed.
Okay. Yeah. That's
because there's no reason why you would bring it out against Aerodactyl.
Yeah. Dom switching over to the Luxray here, intimidating. Agility, however, Dom goes for actually no, never mind. Fire Wrath does not kill. Toxic.
Yeah.
Had Dom gone for an attack there, probably would have killed this.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't go for an attack.
Might have predicted a switch out potentially. I'm not too sure though.
Yeah, but the game would have gone very differently had he, not done that.
Maybe not too differently. Celebi, sure, probably would have died to Aerodactyl, but Blastoise is still at 100, so...
Well, so hold on a second. Celebi is at what percent again? 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, 23%. Guessing that Leafeon isn't just running Leaf Blade or Solar Blade or anything like that.
Knock or something else as well, I think. Might be running Double Click.
Yeah, so... Knockoff, at the very least, would definitely kill Celebi.
Yeah.
And then Leaf Blade would have a higher chance of OHKOing Blastoise.
That's true.
Alongside that, Leafeon is definitely faster than both of those Pokemon. At least without, Shell Smash.
Yeah, it is base 95 speed, actually, so... Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That being said, still don't know how it would have worked out.
Yeah.
I am a little sad that Dom didn't, use this as an opportunity to, really try and practice.
Yeah.
Against I know at this point it's differentials, I don't care.
Yeah, it's something too where he wasn't affecting other people. I think he might have been a little different if it was going to affect other people's in the ranking.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, so I definitely think Dom had a decent team for this ring and definitely could have turned this around.
Yeah. And I don't fault Dom for not giving it his all. I'm not saying he didn't try, because he did at least put up a good fight.
Oh, yeah. I think Aurora definitely was worried about some of these Pokemon, and I think it's definitely something where, having seen Dom through just these 3 fights, 4 fights, actually, these 4 fights in his first season of taking the middle of the over in the middle of the season, I think he shows a lot of potential and a lot of real good understanding of the game mechanics for Showdown.
I agree. I do hope he joins us and he doesn't just join in the middle of a match or middle of a season again.
Yeah.
But obviously, if he's not feeling up to it, hey, he's not feeling up to it. I don't blame him. I wasn't feeling up to it for this season, and now I just sit here and talk shit to the people who are playing. And it's way better.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what? Good match. And we're gonna move on to our final match here, and it's a match. You want to introduce it?
Yeah, so we have the age-old matchup of Spood versus Lovenskye. Spood, of course, being the team captain of... I have already forgotten all the team names.
You went quite a roundabout way to say the coach of the Southtown Sandslashers.
There we go, Southtown Sandslashers, and Lovenskye is a team of another team whose name I also don't remember because I've literally forgotten all of them.
Snubbles.
Chicago Snubbles. There we go. That's it. I got it.
Yeah, no, I believed in you.
I totally did not check the Discord list.
Yeah. Both these players having Cody, of course, having a pretty good season so far. I believe at this point he is 5. No, not 5. He's 4-2 at this point. Lovin being at 2-4. I believe is what it is. So both of them being fairly close in number, but it's that age-old game of these two just fighting off. Also being like the first match of the week on like an early day during the week before anyone else had gone by quite a few days.
Yeah.
But we see probably the classic Jirachi, which has come to every game. The sweeper, the setuper itself. We'll have to see if he brings that again. Como coming in, honestly does a lot of good work. It's a good Pokemon.
Yeah, Gyarados as well, you know, a great Dragon Dance sweeper. Could also just be running a cheeky Scarf setup as well.
Yeah.
You don't really see that as much because Dragon Dance is just much more reliable, but, you know, against this team, against Cody's team, it would be kind of hard actually for either one, really, because Cody does have...
Oh, your mic. You done disconnected.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome
Sorry,
back.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties. My God.
Yeah.
It happens.
What was I saying? Anyways, yeah, Gyarados can be a scary one.
Yeah, you need the right opportunity to set up with it.
Yeah, I do think for this team it might be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, especially with
because Spood does have some good walls in the form of like Scizor and Bulu, which neither one really care about Gyarados too much. Gyarados can run Flamethrower though as well.
Yeah. But there's also Jolteon, which is faster than Gyarados and just literally kills it on a Volt Switch. I'm very certain about that.
Oh yeah, no. Jolteon absolutely destroys Gyarados. Maybe not like with a Volt Switch, but definitely a Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Which means Cody did bring, of course, Jolteon again, and Jolteon's been serving Cody really well this season. Cody loves that thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is his favorite evolution, and I mean, when it comes to an evolution, typically everyone has an evolution somewhere in their top like 15.
I mean,
you know, it might not necessarily be their favorite Pokemon, but like it's definitely up there.
Yeah. Mine, of course, being actually my number 1 favorite Pokemon, Vaporeon, of course.
You one of those freaks. I got you.
Hold on. No. I wash my hands, thank you.
Yeah, I bet you do wash your hands in Vaporeon fluid.
Oh,
anyway, shall we begin the match?
Yeah, we should probably start the match before things get weird. Also, Cody potentially bringing Sand here.
Oh, yeah.
Jolteon Scarlet and Scout, which is not a bad idea, because Levin does not have a Ground-type Pokemon, so he can just quickly Volt Switch at any point.
Yep. Also good on the Fake Out, you know, helps him get up that burn for that cheeky little quick feet.
Yeah. Getting up some grassy terrain, which is not bad. Getting a Reflect setup. Levin clicking Dragon Dance on Bulu for some reason. Clicking Ice Fang, which is not going to do a lot with Reflect up. And dying.
Yep.
Goodbye.
And, you know, Horn Leech and a combination of grassy terrain just going to get almost all that health back.
Yeah.
Switching in to Gigalith on the Sludge Wave is a very good call. Is going to get Toxic, unfortunately, but love the Rock Tomb to not only bring it within Sash, but also to lower that speed so it can kill next turn.
Yeah, very nice. Very good call there. Setting up rocks, too. They do extra chip damage. That is a Zen Headbutt, and this Jirachi is not setting up, which is actually kind of weird.
I mean, Levin is for once running the classic Choice Scarf Serene Grace abusing Jirachi.
Yeah.
I am kind of shocked he didn't go for Iron Head, actually, now that I think about it. Just because I think it is a little bit more reliable, but, you know, Then Headbutt does hit everything for neutral except for Shift Tree.
Como doing Ice Punch to this thing, doing some good damage. And at this range, okay, well, Reflect Up, it's not going to kill now.
Yeah, Reflect will save it, but, you know, you still don't really want to stay in against this thing, especially now that you've just lowered your defense.
Yeah, but that's okay. He can just click Ice Punch again.
Yeah, he can just click Ice Punch, and, you know, this thing will eat it up, but it will get frozen because this game is dumb.
Yeah, let's go. The second time this season that Scissor's been frozen. I think it's been 2 turns, 3 turns now. Let's see how many turns this thing goes for. Love is setting up a Sticky Webs and then defogging afterwards, which is a little weird. Frozen again for 5 turns.
That's alright,
yeah. 6 turns.
Yep, he just keeps going.
Frozen again for 7 turns.
Yep, 7 turns.
Or unless that was
and
6.
Then switches out.
Yeah.
It might be 6, I don't know.
Nice damage. Slow start, and Webs is actually not a bad thing to do.
I mean, it's a pretty shitty situation, honestly.
Yeah.
This thing is slow enough as it is.
Yeah, it is. Coming back out with Kokomo. That's a close combat.
I am surprised that it didn't kill, but then again, Tapu Bulu is thick, so...
Yeah. Thankfully, 11 outspeeds and goes ahead and kills Gillette Fusion down over there.
Yep.
Yep, Scissor comes back out.
Grassy Terrain is going to get some of his health back, though, which is kind of unfortunate.
Taking a huge crit, but that's okay. He's unthawed now. Clicks Defog, gets rid of the Sticky Webs. Not bad. Clicking Close Combat does not kill. Clicks on Roost. Not a bad idea. So at this point...
I am kind of surprised at this moveset now that I look at it, because, you know, you have Defog, and you have Roost, and you have Swords Dance.
Yes.
And typically, you know, you're going to run 2, like, support, or you're going to run 1 support move, whether it be Roost to heal yourself, or Defog to get rid of hazards, and then Swords Dance, and then 2 attacks. Usually Knock Off and Bullet Punch, because literally, why would you not?
Yeah.
But in this case, it is Defog, Roost, Swords Dance, and Knock Off. Which is very weird to me, because I do feel like Bullet Punch would have made this go by a lot faster as well.
Most likely. Bullet Punch is resisted, though, and also does not hit... actually, does Fighting hit Ghost? I don't think it does.
Fighting? It's not Fighting type.
Bullet's metal. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, it's a Steel type.
Yeah, it might be. That's on me.
That being said, you know, Cody here is the one who made it to playoffs later on, so
yeah.
What do I know?
You can't spoil things like that. Also, I think...
Wasn't he already guaranteed for playoffs?
Oh, he was. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go again. Round 2.
Spoilers. This game is a dumb game made for babies.
Snow Miser. He's here.
This game is made for babies. No adult actually loves this game. You're all children.
Honestly, incredible.
That is very unfortunate. Very lucky that it was not soundproof.
Yeah. Because, honestly, that actually would have done a lot of work to what Cody had left if that was soundproof.
Yeah. But Regigigas coming out, eating up the Moonblast, eating up 1 more, and then killing with Body Slam. I don't know if Cody knew it was going to kill, but I'm glad either way that Regigigas got on the board.
Yeah. Even if Regigigas died there, sure, you know, this thing actually does outspeed and kill Shift Tree really well. Problem is that pretty sure Jolteon max speed outspeeds this.
Yeah, even without the burn, even without the quick feet.
Yeah.
Still outspeeds, unless it's scarved. But
yeah, and at that point,
I don't think it is.
With this. So at this point, yeah, Levin couldn't have done too much. But getting 2 freezes in 1 game is literally insane, actually.
Yeah, no, that is nuts. Especially with Ice Punch. That's a 10% chance.
Yeah, 2 freezes, 1 game. It also happened earlier in the season as well. So that Scissor's been frozen a lot.
Yeah. At this point, we need the Ice-type Scizor. I think that's like a fan-made thing by this point. Yeah,
it probably is.
Just put that in the official game.
They have fan-made like types of every Pokemon. I'm pretty sure.
That is true.
Yeah. But that is all the matches for Week 7. And we could take a look at our final standings and see how playoffs is going to shake up. And we can go ahead, because I'm pretty sure that the other divisions also going to go over the brackets, and we can just briefly cover that as well, because they're also going to talk about that for playoffs as well. We do have...
worst comes to worst, even if we're not allowed to, you can just edit it out.
Oh my gosh, you're right. What are the chances? Let's see. So,
anyways, how about you go ahead and start us off?
Yeah, I'll take care of that. So, at plus 23 with a 6-1, sitting at the top of our leaderboard for the Armor Division is IDM of the Brussels Espions. Insane season for him. He did a great job. And, he's IDM. There's a reason he's back at the top.
Yep. I don't think there's been a playoffs where IDM has not made it in.
Mm-hmm. Aurora just underneath him at a 6-1 also, but with plus 16. Really good season for Aurora. She did a really good job keeping up. They were both undefeated until they had to fight each other, which was really crazy, honestly.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes, I feel. Although this season has been a little different. We have some other monsters such as Claire, and obviously, Spood has been getting only better and better with seasons. Mm-hmm. I know it might not necessarily seem that way, because I think he did start with a win, or maybe it was the second season he won.
Yeah, because I think his first season he didn't go with any wins at all for Cody in his first season, if that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. But either way, my headset came unplugged. Sorry.
Hey, good times.
But anyways, yeah. Spood, very strong player still.
Yes.
But regardless, Aurora. Mm-hmm. Still widely considered the second best, and
yeah,
I mean, she has earned that title time and time again, and sometimes she's earned the title of the best in general.
Yeah, very good player. Claire, of course, we talked about her earlier in her match. She does a great job, and she actually defeated IDM, making it so that IDM had a defeat, which means this entire season of Double Dip, no one has been undefeated, and everyone has one win.
You'll love to see it.
Yeah. Claire doing a good job, just being a great player in general with that 5-2 at plus 12. And is just gearing to go to playoffs. We'll talk about the brackets here in just a second. Cody coming in fourth at another 5-2 at plus 4. Rounding out fourth place for the division, and it just from there drastically shifts in terms of differential and score. With Levin being the exact opposite of Cody's score. Instead of 5-2 at plus 4, Levin is at 2-5 at minus 4. And that's fifth.
It's unfortunate, but I mean, hey, fifth is still like a good spot to like end up at.
Yeah,
honestly.
And for sixth place with a Black Captain, honestly, good job with a 2-5 minus 9. That is not bad for your first season at all. That's actually really good.
Yeah, especially for someone who is running like triple weather, like props to Black Captain. Like he not only had a like unique team setup, but he actually made it work.
Yeah.
I know the scores don't necessarily like, show that. You hear like -9, and you're like, that doesn't sound like it did that good. But I mean, like, no, like you watch the matches, he played like rather well for the most part.
Yeah, and I have to say the same thing for Dom and his team. Dom played really well for having to come in the middle of the season and taking someone else's differential. He's sitting at 1-6 and minus 12, but minus 12 for coming into the middle of the season is not bad.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Like, I think Dom showed a lot of understanding, knowledge, and did a really good job in his matches.
I agree.
And we have Woody rounding out the bottom at 1-6 at minus 30. He got to win this season.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to win.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Woody brought some fun Pokemon, though, I have to say. The triple steal coming every week was always neat to watch.
I agree. I don't know. I hope for the day where we get to see Woody at least get higher. Maybe not necessarily make it to playoffs, but I want to see a day where like Woody gets like at least 3 wins.
Yeah.
In a season. I want that timeline.
Yeah. Who doesn't want that timeline? But yeah, that rounds out week 7. And from here on, starting next week, we're going to be seeing the first matches of playoffs, which I get to partake in for the first time. And I'm actually terrified because I have to fight IDM, of course, So that is one of the brackets. So it breaks up into 4 matches next week. So we're going to have me versus IDM. We're going to be having the Hurling Haluches with Vincent versus Claire. The Maryland Monexters are going to be fighting each other. And then after those fights, the winners of those fights will go off to fight each other in the semifinals.
Yep.
After that, we have the other side of the bracket with Aurora of the Hoonsburg Hunters and Kenneth of the Narrative World Media Kings going to fight it out. That's going to be an exciting fight.
Oh yeah, I think honestly that might be the one I'm most excited for.
Thanks.
Because I feel like it's going to be a very like just high octane, like big brain, huge wrinkles match.
Yeah. I could definitely see that going on. And we do have Scoots and Spood duking it out for the other part of that bracket over there. And whoever wins those fights, of course, will go on to semifinals. I think it'd be incredible, but also tragic, if we got the Ne'er-do-well Nido Kings versus the Southtown Sand Slashers, brother versus brother. The twins duking it out in the semifinals. My brother.
Tell me, what are we fighting for? Isn't life with so much more? It's all I can think of whenever I hear like those two might fight each other, and I do want that timeline. But honestly, like the thing is, like I want everyone. Yeah, I want everyone here to like kind of win. Like I want to see like everyone like have a chance to go up against each other, and I feel like every one of these matches are going to be good. But it's playoffs, and usually playoffs are almost always good. There are always like amazing plays.
Yeah.
That are found. I find that the best matches, regardless, are always playoffs. Even if they're bad matches, it's still like the best of the bad.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. But, we have some of the top players, if not the top players.
Anchor Brawl.
in this draft league, duking it out for first place, and we're going to be seeing that next week, and it's going to be super exciting. But I want to thank you all so much for joining us on this adventure throughout weeks 1 through 7, and now that we're here and that we're going to be looking at playoffs. So thank you all so much, and thank you, Nick, for joining back in to talk about all this.
Wait, what do you mean joining back in? This is only week 2, yeah?
No, it's week 7.
Oh.
Yeah, we've been.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. We had this conversation.
Yeah, no, we've done this bit. The bit's over. That's it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen,
for
watching.
Wait, what do you mean bit? My brother, tell me what are you fighting for? We've got to end this war. We should love one another. Oh, can't we just pretend?